Hello and welcome to Knitcraft. This is a special episode talking about my Make 9 and my 2024 plans. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to Knitcraft. My name is Courtney. I'm the maker here behind Knitcraft Podcast. And today is a special episode talking about my Make 9, or also known as my 2024 plans. A Make 9, I've never done one before, so I don't know where it originated from, but what I've seen in the past is people that do all kinds of crafts, sewing, knitting, crocheting, cross-stitching, you name it, weaving, any of the crafts. You basically make a Make 9 board where you pick 9 patterns. You can mix and match your crafts. Mine is going to be only knitting, and you kind of just decide what you're going to work on the next year. Am I going to make all of them? Maybe, maybe not. I went through my queue and I looked at the ones that I want to start in the near future or that I know I want to make. It was a little bit challenging because I almost felt like I was limiting myself. There's some other patterns that I really want to start, but I had to tell myself just because they're not on the Make 9 doesn't mean I'm not going to get to them. Some of them I probably will actually do before I start my Make 9, who knows. So let's get started. I do have my iPad here for notes, so I will be looking down, but I tried to pull a variety of things. So let's see, and my iPad is plugged in because Cheyenne played on it and it's at 3% currently. So I will also be sharing my Make 9 down below in the description. I made a little bundle on Ravelry. So hopefully if you are able to use Ravelry, you can see that down below. And I'm not going to go down in any particular order, just how Ravelry presents it to me, and that order is the one I'm going to go to, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the first one that I will be knitting that first. So the first on my Ravelry list, the way it shows, are the Hazel Shorties by Toka Cardigan. It's a German designer, and these are cute little ankle socks with a lace pattern. That almost looks like also like a faux cable situation happening. I really like shorties because of the climate I live in. I live in a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. It's the desert, and I'm sorry if you can hear all of it talking. I have 3 children. One talks to herself. She sits, she's behind this wall. My other one is going to sleep. You may hear her sound machine. And the other one is in that room with my husband, and he's currently babbling. So I apologize, but back to the socks. I prefer shorty socks. I do have some that are higher, like 5-inch, maybe even 7-inch leg. And I like those for around the house, or to wear my Doc Martens that I just recently got, or I also wear them sometimes in my Uggs if it's really cold outside. But mainly I wear my socks around the house, and I just prefer shorties. These I thought were really cute because they have this heel detail. I think she calls it a heel tab. Yes, a heel tab. So it looks real. That's kind of how my store-bought socks are. I keep going down to my foot. You cannot see what I'm doing. Heel tab is kind of what I see in my store-bought socks, so I thought that was a really cool addition. That is something I want to give a try, and so I thought these were really cute. I don't have yarn particularly picked out for this right now to show you, but I think just a pretty tonal or solid color like they show in these pictures would be perfect to go with these socks. You don't want anything too busy to take away from that lace faux cable in the front. And it does come in 4 different width, so 60, 64, 68, or 72 stitches. So it does give variety, and then you just knit your sock as long as you measure your foot. The next pattern in my list is the Dryad Tank by Dragon Horde Designs, also known as Tristan, and she's super nice. I've chit-chatted with her before, especially about this pattern in particular, and it's a cute tank top bralette, and my pattern keeps wanting to go into sleep mode because it's almost dead. Did I say my pattern? My iPad. So this one, what I like is that it only uses 1 skein for me for my size, so I could splurge and use something really nice. I can use a hand dyed. I could get myself some Dragon Horde and knit it out of that. And it gives you 2 options with the bow detail in the back. You can either make the scrumptious big bow that's really beautiful detail, or the I-cord. I think I would go with the I-cord just because I'm not sure I can tie that bow as pretty as she has it in the pictures, and the I-cord seems more ease to the I-cord seems easier to handle and get nice tight. So you could do the bow in a different color or just use the same color, but it won't use much yarn. And then this pattern comes from size 28 inch bust to a 66 inch bust, and that varies into 71 centimeters up to 172.5 centimeters. So that's a big variety of sizes, I believe. That's about 11 sizes, I believe, here. And again, I'm trying to find warmer knits. Not warmer, like, I don't need to be warmer. I live in a hot climate. I'm trying to find knits that work with my climate. Before, I still will do that. I knit what I want to knit. Doesn't depend on that it doesn't get that cold here. I have certain knits that I'll never wear unless I go somewhere where it snows, and I'm okay with that. I'm very much a process and not a product knitter, and if you've seen my videos before, you know that. But I'm trying to become better about actually making more productive knits, so I thought this was a good addition to either wear around the house in the summer. Maybe I get more comfortable, and that would be something I wear out with like a pair of high-rise jean shorts. I think it would look really cute. All right, the third one on my list is the Teddy Bear Sweater by Petite Knit, and this sweater I saw Casey from Young Folk Knits podcast knit this, and she omitted the teddy bear face, but I will 100% embroider that teddy bear face. I think it is so adorable. I will be knitting this with the intent, I will be knitting this for Liliana, but I am planning on handing it down to Oliver, so I will make sure the color choice is a more gender neutral color, which I think with a teddy bear face, I kind of want it to be teddy bear-ish. And I also, this pattern was knitted with fingering and a lace held together, a mohair. And I will not be doing that, just to make it more budget friendly. And I cannot see my children enjoying wearing mohair. Mohair has, for some people, a prickle factor, and my kids, if it even has the slight opportunity to be itchy, I'm sure they will say it's itchy. Cheyenne only wears cotton knits that I make her. She will not wear any type of wool, and Lily can't tell me yet, but I am sure she would not be a fan if it's itchy, and Oliver probably same case. So I will be using just a DK weight, and I started looking and I saw this Sadness Garn. I just started using Sadness Garn Lina, and I'm an absolute fan. I've been itching to use one of the other bases, so I will be using, I think this is just still up in the air, I haven't ordered anything yet, but the Double Sunday. And then I saw this color Croissant. It, I think, would be going really well, and I can't wait to knit this. This is really high on my list. And it also comes in a huge variety of sizes from 3 to 6 months to 6 to 7 years. So I will be making the 3 to 4 year depending on when I make it. Maybe I'll even make the 4 to 5 year. It just depends on when I actually get to this, but it is so cute. The next one is the classic ribbed hat by Pearl Soho. And again, I've seen this on Casey's podcast, the Young Folk Knits podcast, but I've heard other people mention it, and I have mentioned it. I want to knit this for Oliver to kind of do a copycat from a store-bought hat that I saw online. So I will be using kind of spicy mustard, not really caramel color, and Susan from Criminally Creative podcast has recommended a color from Cascade 220. I went to my LYS, which has a ton of 220, and I could have sworn it had every color. Did not have that color. So otherwise I would have started it and tried to finish it this season, but I think that outfit that I had shared before, it was a baby wearing it, but I ended up not getting the outfit for this season. I think he will look super cute in it once he can walk, so I will do that next fall winter season. So I have some time, but that is definitely on my list to knit for Mr. Oliver. And that pattern is available on Ravelry for free, and it comes in a variety of sizes. I think it even comes with other variations of, there's a striped version, I believe there's a color block version, 3 color block version. There may be different yarn weights versions. I'm going with a DK 220, I think it's like a DK worsted. And then it comes in a variety of sizes. I saw that it goes from like baby to, I believe, an adult large. I can't find it now. Oh yes, from baby to adult large. And for a free pattern, that is a really great deal. And then my next pattern on my Make 9 is the Toka Cardigan by Caitlin Hunter, which is also known as Boyland Knitworks. I love her designs. I have knitted the Tenya and the Maritimo that are by her, and they are my most worn knitted tops, especially the Maritimo. I love that pattern so much. And this cardigan, I have this gray cardigan that has like it's marled gray, and it has an all over lace and an all over cable pattern that is store-bought. And I need to replace this cardigan with a different cardigan. That this gray cardigan, I've had it for about 6 years, if not longer. I think I bought it when I very first moved here. So I've had it for a long time, and I wear it all the time around the house. It's my around the house cardigan. It's my just grab and go cardigan, and I think this Toka cardigan would be a great replacement. It's oversized. I may knit it a little bit longer if I can. It looks like the lace is just a repeat, so that should be easy. It has bobbles, and it does have a button band where mine doesn't. I probably would never button this cardigan, but that's fine. It looks so cute, and it comes in a variety of sizes from 36 inch to 72 inch bust, which is 91.5 centimeters up to 183 centimeters. It's knit out of worsted weight yarn. I have no idea what yarn I would use. I have a really hard time finding an affordable worsted. For this cardigan, I would not necessarily need a hand dyed or an indie dyed yarn. I could use something more budget friendly. Since it is an oversized cardigan out of worsted weight, it does use more yarn and therefore can get expensive really quick. But I would like to keep it in a similar color that she has in this picture, where it's like a oatmeal color or just something very neutral for sure, since I want it to be my go-to around the house or just grab and go out of the house cardigan. I don't want to have to style it or really think about it. The next pattern up is the Season Sweater by Osetta, which I love the sweater. It inspired actually from store-bought sweaters that I've been seeing. I look at Pinterest for outfit ideas, and fall winter clothes are my favorite to style. I think I have really my aesthetic down for fall and winter. Summer and spring, I don't. It gets so hot here that style goes out the window. It just, bye. It's 110 up, like daily. I don't care what I look like anymore. I just care about being cool. So I either just throw on a dress and wear sandals, or I throw on a tank, t-shirt, jean shorts, and sandals. There's no styling. But with fall, winter, I love it. And I have way more clothes in fall, winter, which is really weird when you live where I live. But anyway, I've been seeing these oversized, ripped sweaters in this dark burgundy, like really a dark, rich burgundy color, or this dark green, like a tealy green almost, but just this amazing green. And I don't like greens typically. Green oranges are not my colors, but this green, I love it. So I started looking at what sweater could I knit instead of buying, and I came across this sweater, and I really want to knit it in either a burgundy or a green. I haven't made up my mind on which. And this one is lace and a worsted, so mohair and a worsted weight held together, which I would like to do to the mohair. I'm okay with mohair. I know earlier that was for a kid sweater though, but yeah, I again don't know a budget-friendly worsted weight that I would want to use. Right now, I just want to knit everything out of Sadness, so if they have Sadness Garn, if they have a worsted, I maybe will go with that, but I also don't just want to use Sadness for everything, but I'm on that train right now. And this comes in sizes 38.5" up to 68" bust, which is 98 centimeters up to 173 centimeters. I didn't check the other patterns how much ease they were building in. This in particular is 5 to 6.5 inches of positive ease. I love me some positive ease. I knit almost everything with ease unless they're tank tops. So like the bralette I showed, that probably needs negative ease and definitely needs a gauge swatch, where my sweaters and cardigans, I always do at least, I think, 4 inches, if not 5 inches of positive ease. So definitely gonna go with that. And then she used to knit this, I'm not gonna say that right, is StitchesPlease. It's the unspun Icelandic yarn, and Beaches Lepit Petit. It's that French yarn. I would not mind trying the French yarn, so I would really like giving that a try. I'm not sure if they have a worsted weight, but the mohair for sure. The Plötulopi, I think would be too itchy for me, too rustic. I never felt it, so I don't know. But from hearing other podcasters and just hearing about Icelandic wool, I believe their wool is very rustic, and I am not not extremely sensitive to rustic wool, but a little bit. And since this sweater goes like right around my neck, I don't know if I could handle it, to be honest. So again, I'm not sure which yarn I would go for, but I know the color, And then this is a half fisherman rib. I've never done fisherman rib, but I think from what I've heard, it's kind of like brioche, and I love brioche, and it makes me think that it's going to be super squishy, and I just really want to knit this too. The next pattern I have the yarn for. So this is Willow Whis by Wool and Pine. I love Wool and Pine. I've knitted one of their tops, the broomstick lace, I believe, but I have a lot of them in my queue. So this one, my mom was on vacation in Colorado, and she found Knitting for Olive, and I was like, oh my god, I have Knitting for Olive yarn on my wish list for this top. So she got me the color that I'm pretty sure the sample was knit out of. It's this light pink, and it's Knitting for Olive pure silk, which I've used before for a dress for Liliana, and it is 100% silk, and the color is Rhabarbersaft, which is German for rhubarb juice. And the name alone, I was like, yes, I need to have it. But I really love this color, so let's talk a little bit about this top. It's this flowy, well, not very flowy, but this tank top with a deep V, which I'm a little nervous about, and this beautiful lace on the bottom, and it is knitted top down. The straps are out of I-cord, and it comes in bust sizes 30 inch up to 67.5 inch, and that's 76 centimeters up to 172 centimeters. So a nice range of sizes, and it only needs 2 skeins for my size, so that's a great bang for my buck right there. But there it is. I definitely want to have that in my wardrobe next spring, summer, and this will make a great summer top year round because it is no wool content. Next, second to last pattern is the Lone Skein Shawl by Joji Locatelli. This one I have the yarn for. It started with a souvenir yarn, and I was like, oh, this only uses 1 skein. It's a 1 skein shawl, which is awesome. We all have that 1 skein we have to have and don't know what to do with. So I like it is garter, and then it has a lace and fringe. And me and my mom have the same souvenir yarn that I bought when I went to California, and we both want to knit this pattern. It's from Ba Yarn La Jolla, and the color is Toasted Neutral. But now that I pulled this out, I kind of really want to use it for the Dryad Tank, the second pattern I showed you guys. That would make a great tank, don't you think? I may have to swap the Lone Skein Shawl out for something else, or use a different yarn for it, because I think this would look great for that tank by Dragon Horde. Alright, on to the last pattern. I actually talked about this one before too, and that is going to be cast on very soon. It's a Birds of a Feather Shawl by Andrea Maury, also known as Dre Renee Knits. And I have bought this yarn a long time ago. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That might have been really loud because that was the cable of my microphone. It's Neighborhood Fiber Co. and Fog Point. The base is rustic fingering. And I also have 2 of these. I just wasn't only able to find one of these nuggets in my stash right now, but this is Loft in the same color, and it's their mohair. And I've since wound mohair. Pam, my friend, gave me a great tip in that video where I asked how the heck do you wind mohair. said to put it on a Swift and wind it by hand. And since my mom has bought Malabrigo mohair, that also comes in a skein, and I had to wind for her, and that's what I did, and it worked great. So there's that. And that pattern, oh no, I think my tablet died. I'm sure you've seen it before. It is, now I'm doing this by memory, sections are knitted with Justice, and this is a single ply. Well, you wouldn't say single ply, right? It's not plied. A single. Let's just go with that. And then sections knitted just with mohair. And it gives it this great texture look. And I love Andrea Maury shawls. I've knitted a few. So I believe it's kind of the same shape as the Find My Fade. I don't think it's as, no, it can't be as large because it uses way less yarn. So, but since I finished my Shake It Up shawl, this will be my next shawl on the needles. I still have a shawl on the needles, my Sommernacht, which I'm going to try and, I was going to say crank out, but those rows take me forever, so I am trying to focus a little bit on it to try and finish it. But that is my Make 9 and my 2024 plans. I have lots of different patterns. My queue is really long. If you saw my reel, you may have gotten a glimpse of how long my queue is. But yeah, I have a lot of patterns I want to knit. So I hope you have great holidays, and if you celebrate, and a great winter solstice that is coming up in just a couple of days. And I will see you guys before the new year with a regular scheduled podcast where I will be showing you my updates on how far I've gotten on my knits. So if you liked this video and would like to see more videos like this, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to ring that bell so you see anytime I record a new video. And I see you guys next week. Bye!